Hey, what's going on, Leos? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do a 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. The old spiel. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for somewhere, an open community, you found it. We're all about the love here. Feel free to stick around, subscribe. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Leos? What is going on for Leos? All right, Leos. So the first thing I see is I feel like there is already a connection here. But I feel like you struggle with this. I mean, I feel like you're falling for this person or already have fallen. But it scares you because you don't know. It makes you a bit defensive because I feel like you either don't know or you think that they don't care about you in the same way. Feeling like it may just be a physical connection for them. Really not. I mean, I feel like that worries you. The worst thing to do is to fall for someone that has no intentions of falling back. With that Knight of Wands, I feel like there's definitely a physical connection between the two of you, but what I see here is not what you think. I don't know why I made that sound like a question. It's not what you think. I mean, if you think they don't love you, sorry to say, but you're wrong. What I see is someone that thinks about you and only you. This is someone that they want this. That Four of Cups, thinking about you and only you. And we have the Knight, or the King of Cups, sorry. It's that emotional maturity. It's someone that's ready for the next step. And they've got, you brought that out of them. When you met this person, they may not have necessarily thought they were ready or were expecting to be ready. But sometimes when we meet that special person, we just know we're ready. I mean, you brought something out of this person that they didn't expect to find. And it's not like they weren't looking for love. It's just they didn't expect to actually find it. It's like always wanting to win the lottery, but never actually expecting to win it until you scratch that ticket or you read those numbers and then you realize it's right there. It's like that type of feeling. It's like you want it, but you kind of don't put all your eggs in that one basket because you're afraid that it's not going to happen. Now, with this person, like I said, they know exactly what they want. I mean, they know exactly what they want. They're just not sure how to get it. I don't feel like this person's ever been in an emotionally deep connection like this before. You know, like I said, sometimes we get in a situation where we've never been there before, so it's new. It's like if you never saw water before or never been, in a pool or anything like that, and all of a sudden you just end up in a pool. You're not going to know what to do right off the start. You're going to know what you want to do. What you want to do is learn how to friggin' swim and get to the shore. But it doesn't mean you're going to know. But like in that scenario, you're sure as hell going to try. I mean, this bond right off the rip is deeper than just a physical thing. I feel like this person fantasizes about a future with you. They fantasize about moving forward with you. But I feel like just because you're in love with somebody doesn't mean it's going to be easy to tell them. And that's a big thing for some people. I know people that's been in love with the same person for a long time and still haven't told them. Just because you fall in love doesn't mean it's going to be easier to tell them. For some, I feel like it may be even harder. But that's not the case here. I feel like the answers you're waiting for, you want to know how this person truly feels about you. And I feel like what you've been waiting for is coming. And I feel like you're going to see this in a different perspective. Like I said, thinking they don't love you. I don't like telling you this, but you're wrong. And I feel like for them, it's deeper than you thought it was. Or deeper than you thought it could be. Sometimes our mind plays tricks on us. Just because someone isn't saying they're in love doesn't mean they're not. But I feel like this person is going to open up communication with you. And I feel like they're going to be very honest with it. It's going to be very genuine when they say that. And I feel like once they step forward and you start seeing, this person's they're already in. I feel like this person's already all in. They just haven't told you yet. I feel like, this person, like I said, they're fantasizing about a future with you. They're fantasizing about being with you. And it's just, the fantasies aren't just physical. It's committed. They see a commitment with you. They want to make a commitment to you. But it's all new. It's a new journey. Like with the Fool card, it's the beginning of the tarot. It's the beginning of a journey. And just because you know where you want to go and, you have the means to get there, doesn't mean taking that first step of the journey becomes any easier. But like I said, we have, there's love here. There's true love. And then we have the Lovers card, which shows an even deeper connection underneath here. Most people that watch me know, I like to say with the Lovers card, it's like the iceberg love. Like, there's something there, and until we get closer to it, we don't know how deep it really goes. But it is much deeper than we thought. This person wants to move forward with you. I feel like a part of this isn't just about trusting you, it's about trusting their own feelings. Slow and steady energy. Establishing that trust with that Knight of Pentacles and with the Chariot. They want to move forward. That's not even a question. From what I'm seeing, that's not at all a question. For some of you, part of this is they're happy. And they believe that you're happy. And as long as that happiness remains, it's kind of like sometimes when you're in a situation and you're happy, you're in a relationship and you're happy, or you believe that you're happy, it's hard to take the next step because you don't want to ruin what you already have. If everything seems good, and that's why I tell people, never hide how you feel. Like, if you feel like you're ready to move forward in a relationship, but you don't know how they feel, you got to be open and honest. Because if you're ready, I feel like that other person needs to know that. You can't just expect them to know that. I mean, I wish we were all mind readers, but unfortunately, a lot of us aren't. But, I mean, there's definitely a true love connection here. This is definitely something that was meant to be more, and I feel like it is going to come out of the woodwork. But one of the things that I really, when I first started pulling cards, I saw the Emperor and Empress. The nurturer and the protector. You know, the yin and the yang. It's you know, the masculine and the feminine. It's two things that belong together. And I feel like you belong to each other. We just haven't told each other yet. I don't know why I'm laughing about that. I do know why I'm laughing, because you wouldn't believe how many people I've met in my day and know for a fact that they're with the person they were meant to be with, but they have such a hard time telling them. Sometimes falling in love is easier than telling the person that you love them. And I feel like we just put it all up in our head and we make it so big that it's almost like it's too big, when it's really just that easy. Like I said, for some of you, I mean, maybe it's just like we're at a good place and we don't want to screw it up. And for others, it's we're both ready for more. We just haven't told each other yet. But like I said, I mean, I'm going to say it again. I know you're not going to like it, Leo, but if you think they don't love you, I mean, I feel like you thought they didn't love you, but you're wrong. But I feel like you'll forgive me when you realize that being wrong in this situation is a good thing. I mean, moving forward, I'm not seeing any red flags. I see a lot of happiness. Again, with the Sun card, it blows my mind. I love this one. This is the best representation of the Sun card, I think, in any tarot deck. I mean, delusionally happy, blissfully happy. Didn't even put shoes on. Don't even put clothes on. Just put your house coat on and go bang on your drum. You know, or your gong, I guess. I don't want to get it wrong. I mean, I feel like you were made for each other. I feel like you both know it. It's just about putting it out there in the real world. Doing something with it. With this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus. I mean, we got some Pisces as well. Cancer. Excuse me. You wouldn't believe how many people I meet in a run of a day. Actually, I have a really funny story. And it's the first time I knowingly had this happen. But I'm going to tell it. Now, I'm not going to give any details because that's not what I do when it comes to situations like this. You'll understand when I say it. So, now I believe this to be, I could be wrong. But I'm fairly certain that I'm right. So I recently got a couple personal readings. Now, one was a guy, and now to make this story not call anybody out, I'm going to change the names of the people. So we got this guy, Troy, and he sends me a personal reading. He said, I'm in love with this girl, and let's say her name was Rebecca. And when you do get a personal reading from me, it tells me where you're from. And he said, and I'm going to change this too. I just want to change everything so that person, those people don't feel And it really blew my mind because I don't think I never seen this before. But anyway, so Troy is from, what's a good place? Washington, D.C. No, that's not good. Because where it was like a small place. So, Bangor, Maine. And he said he was a Cancer, we'll say. And he's been in love with this girl. And he wants, he wanted to, pop the question. So, then, probably, like, I have a really good memory, so probably a few days later, I got another personal reading. And, it was this girl named Rebecca from Bangor, Maine. And she wanted to know when Troy was going to propose, if he was, whether she should wait for, I can't remember the wording of it. She didn't know if she should. She wanted to know when Troy was going to make a commitment. I remember she didn't say propose. She said she wanted a commitment. She's in love with this guy. His name's Troy. He's a Cancer. So maybe it's just a coincidence, but I feel like they're both two people in a couple that were in love with each other asking me a question about each other. Absolutely loved it. It blew my mind. I don't remember ever doing a couple reading from two people in a couple that didn't know about it. I've got a few couples reach out and ask questions. But yeah, like, that just backs up the point that sometimes we're with the person we're meant to be with. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Sometimes we expect answers to the questions we didn't ask yet. You want to know the answer, you got to ask the question. Sometimes the person you're meant to be with is right there next to you. And because we don't know all the facts, we don't know that yet. It really, I know it was only a few days in between. I never heard back from them. So I don't know how it went. Some people don't message me back after personal readings. Like, they'll message me back, thank you, and, say nice things, but I don't usually get a week, 2-week update from that many people. Some people really do. Some people keep in touch constantly, and I love that, but I feel like there's too many coincidental things going on there to be two completely different people. But anyway, that's my story. It's done a lot of fun things, personals. There's another one. I'm not going to say anybody's name in this one. There's one where I actually did a proposal. One person bought a personal reading for their partner because their partner was, likes to watch the channel. So in the reading, it ended up where I flipped up cards saying, "Will you marry me?" So it was a marriage proposal. That was pretty cool. I don't know why I told you that, but I just felt like I was trying to tell some of my cool stories when it comes to personals. I love personals. I love the one-on-one time. They are a lot, and I get a lot of them, and I try to keep up, and it's really hard sometimes, and that's why sometimes I'll be off YouTube for a few days because I'm trying to keep up. But I do enjoy them. General readings are fun. I enjoy those as well, but personals, you really get in, and I really feel part of your life when you put me in there like that, and you put your faith in me. I appreciate all the people that have reached out and got personals. Or even people that just email me. It's free to email me, and kind of like just tell me about their life. And I do a lot of reading, and I love reading things, especially when it has to do with getting to know people that, part of this community, But anyway, I've rambled on enough. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.